What's up, everybody? Oh, God. I was getting distracted, so I was a little little late starting up. Let's see, how's everybody else doing so far? Shit, starting off with a super chat already. Let me grab that real quick as soon as it loads in here. What's up, Cairo? Thoughts on the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare? It looked freaking wild. It looks so much fun, and the cast looks, I mean, like, it's just a pretty solid-ass cast, man. Alan Ritchson, Henry Cavill, so many other people popping up in that, and I just love the style of it. It gives me a little bit of a Kingsman kind of vibe, but it's like a real story in some stretch. It looks damn fun. I'm excited for that one. All right, what's up, Aiden? Can't wait for that trailer drop any day now. Either sometime through the 15th, it can be released, and I'm still betting the Super Bowl. I'm not sure what trailer you're referring to, being very vague about it, but we'll be probably getting a bunch of them during the Super Bowl. Hasbin was indeed extremely solid. It's February just kicked off. I was about to say it's my favorite thing this year. I mean, there's definitely not a lot to like chuck it up against, but it's definitely probably going to survive the bout to the end of the year, I would imagine. Anyway, I'm in love with the show, man. Can't wait for season 2. Me either. There's a rumor saying we may get a sneak peek at the new Quiet Place movie during the Super Bowl. I mean, it's possible. Possible. Do you think Inside Out 2 will make close to $1 billion in the box office? I think it'll be Pixar's film of the year. I highly doubt it will get close to $1 billion, knowing how Disney's been marketing their stuff, but on top of that, just, I don't know, man. I'd be kind of surprised if it did pull it off, personally. What's up, Goldfish? What's up, Milkameda? How you doing? What's up, Reaper? Jellybean. Mercenaries in today. My first stream, well, welcome. I try to do these every Saturday at 4 Eastern time, that is. So tune in anytime. What's up, Sam? What's up, Dion? Pretty interesting. Hi. What's up, Question Life? I too question life. Dark Cars in today. Melancholy Verso. What's up? Ginger, I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty good. Got some okay sleep. Ran some errands. Replaced my mouse and keyboard because complications. But everything else is going pretty smooth. I am all right. I was just taking a little bit to make sure everything was set up because I was a little late getting into this whole deal. What is up with you? Not too much. Just here chatting with everybody else. Who's my favorite character in Hasbin? Damn. It is probably Lucifer now. It was Angel the entirety of the show, I would say, up until this until Lucifer became like a little bit of a bigger player. Plus, he's got a goddamn Keyblade, and if that's any indicator, major bonus points right there. It's going good. Now, how is your name pronounced? Omni-Media. Netflix confirmed Cobra Kai Season 6 and Squid Game Season 2 is releasing this year. That they did, which is good. You doing good. Rip to the sweet Prince Adam. There will never be another like him. Hey, if Serpentius died and was reborn in heaven, what if Adam dies and gets reborn in hell? What if the reverse is possible? And then we get to see Demon Adam instead of Angel Adam. That would be wicked. That's really nice. I'm good. What's up, board today? Not ready for Cobra Kai to end, not gonna lie. Me either, man. Me either. How's it going? Going good, good, good. COVID's kicking my COVID's kicking my ass. I'm sorry to hear that, man. It's no fun. That's for damn sure. So I hope you kick its ass real soon. What's up, Snake? Naked Snake. Heard the season 2 of Squid Game is coming out this year. Yep, it is. That's what they say. We got a little teaser for the second season, which I'm excited, man. I'm really looking forward to it. What's up, KN? I'm looking forward to season 2 of Halo. Looking forward to is, I don't know. I'm going to be watching it. I'm very curious about the changes, both in the writing staff and the showrunner, considering pretty much all of them have not been like shy at all about trash talking, politely trash talking the people that were in charge in the previous season. But hopefully that spells good things for the second. So I'm going to watch it with cautious optimism, hoping that I enjoy it more than I did the first season. Bonjour from Louisiana. Awesome. Welcome, welcome. Shout outs to Louisiana. I've never been down that way. One day I do plan to get down there, though. Stranger Things is returning next year. That it is. What's my opinion on the HBO Harry Potter series coming out? And did I enjoy Percy Jackson? Yeah, if you haven't checked out my reactions to it, go check them out. Because I'm pretty sure my opinion's very, very explicit by the end of it, how I was feeling by the end. I really enjoyed it. I still feel like it is way too soon to be doing any kind of reboot of Harry Potter. On top of that, it is a brand right now that is just marred with unavoidable controversy. I don't think we need it. I don't really want it either. But if they're trying to milk what they can, HBO's desperate for money right now. That's for damn sure, with how things have been going as of late. I'm not surprised they're trying to dig into whatever well they have left and try to scrape out the bottom. What's up, Nick? Thank you for another super chat. First stream. Love your reactions. Curious, have you ever watched Falling Skies or Lockwood & Co? If not, would you consider doing reactions to them for the channel? No, I've not seen either. I did remember watching a trailer for Lockwood & Co whenever it was coming out. Just to see what that was about, because I saw some people talking about it. Ended up not really diving into it, but I mean, I definitely would always be open to it. It would just, I'll probably add them if they're not already on our next poll for what shows we'll kind of pick up later. Falling Skies, though, I haven't heard anything about. I'm not sure exactly what that one's about, so I'd have to look into that. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. I've not had too many people ask about it, so it all depends. Sometimes I'll leave it up to the poll. Sometimes, I'll, word of mouth. If I get enough people annoying me about something, or I see something popping off, I'm like, okay, well, maybe we'll check it out, see what it's all about. So I'd have to kind of see how I'm feeling about that. Sometimes, like Dark, when I kicked that off, it was merely just, I feel like I want to watch this. So sometimes it just matters, am I just in the mood to check something new out? Or are people screaming at me to check something out? Or did you guys vote for it? So there's a number of ways to get me to watch a show. There's a lot of stuff that we cover that I'm just personally already a fan of. So like the Halo show, or DC stuff, Marvel stuff, Star Wars stuff, the general jazz like that. Hasbin was one of those things where I was just like, had a couple people reach out about it, and I was like, let's give this thing a peek. And I was like, okay. I wasn't too sure about it going into it, but it just depends. It just really depends at the end of the day. We got another super chat from Cairo. Borderlands, my favorite game franchise. The movie is supposed to come out this year, but I've heard virtually nothing about it. Should I be concerned? I've heard a lot of I've heard supposedly there's been a lot of behind the scenes shenanigans that have gone on around the production of the movie. I would be cautiously optimistic about it at best, but I'm hoping it's good. I'd like to see it. The games I could never really get into. I like the world, I like the aesthetic, I like the vibes, but when I sat down to play them, I just couldn't focus. I've never finished any of the Borderlands games. So if I could sit down and watch it and have fun with it, I think that would be a fun alternative. For sure. And thanks again for the super chat. Hopefully I didn't raise too many alarm bells there for you over it, but I would try to at least be a little guarded and not get your expectations too high. What's up, Nova? Hope all of you have a good day and good night. You as well. I was talking about JXK. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I don't know. Like, you gave me no indication on how to know that. So, just be a little more clear next time. Appreciate it, Aiden. Waiting for that Deadpool trailer. Yeah, I'm wondering when we'll get something like that. Answered that already. Hello, Omni. Got a question. Do you think Lilith is going to be an antagonist turned ally, or do you think she'll be a neutral party? I'm hoping, at least, that I think whatever she's done, whatever deal she made, had, like, a clause in it to protect Charlie and Lucifer, or keep them out of this. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. It definitely is turning it into this, gives us this antagonist look at it, but the things I've heard and read about Lilith in this case, I don't know if I would... I don't know. I really don't know. It could really go either way, but I'm hoping that there is a protective nature to her deal. Like, hey, proceed with everything else. Do what you've been doing. I'll stay here. Just please don't hurt my family. And then maybe if that is the case, maybe she was using Alistair to interfere and help in the ways that she's not able to, so that she's not breaking her agreement. I don't know. How did you enjoy the Percy Jackson show? Any plans on checking out the books? Check out my reactions. You'll see what I thought. As far as the books go, I'm probably not going to be reading them anytime soon. No current plans to do that. Alistair had a last name reveal in the last episode. Apparently it's Alistair Altruist, which is a weirdly ironic name for him because he is anything but altruistic. Which is why I thought he was making fun, or not even making fun. He was like, because when you read the subtitles for that section of the song where he brings it up, it's in quotations as if he's speaking as a third party. So it was to me, I was reading it as like what the public would think if he had died up there, or if he had lost, or whatever. So I thought he was calling, that was like his title he gave himself for the sacrificial, selfless Alistair that people were thinking he may have been. But yeah, no, it turns out that's his name, which is weird. At the end of it, did I see the Today Show video of Larry David versus Elmo? No, I've not seen the video itself, but I have heard about said video. And I've seen a bunch of memes regarding the video, but I've not seen the video itself. What's up, Shams? Such a good thing to come across your live again. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing very, what was that? I'm doing. I started skipping. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. Also, you too, Shams. I haven't even sipped any of this yet, and I'm already fucking having trouble talking. Have I seen the trailer for that new horror movie with Nicolas Cage called Longlegs? No, that has not come across my radar at all. This is the first time hearing about it, so I'd have to check that out. What do you think Sarah and Emily think of Sir Snakes-a-Lot Redemption? I have no idea. Emily is probably stoked and excited about it. Sarah, however, I would imagine, is going to be extremely concerned and scared in how to react, how to respond, and what kind of reaction that might get from whoever she answers to. But Emily, I'm sure, is going to be very excited about it, and I'm hoping that Emily finds some way to get that news to Charlie. What's up, Luna? How are you doing? Can't wait for Code 8 Part 2. It's coming out February 28th. I keep forgetting about that, you know? I really, really do keep forgetting about it. But I'm definitely going to be checking it out. I enjoyed it, the first one, enough. It was fine. Some good vibes. Hope you're well. Hope you're well as well. I'm doing pretty good today. Is that a Mothman on my t-shirt? It is not. It is a firefly. It's the it's The Last of Us. It's the graffiti that the fireflies would paint to mark their territories. Anytime, Milko, anytime. I can't believe Carl Weathers is gone. Yeah, that was some sad news. That was some sad, sad, sad news. I think the first thing I ever saw him in was Predator. I mean, that was one of my favorite movies when I was like a young kid. I should have never have seen that movie, but I had seen that movie so many times. And I loved those films, and I think that was the first thing I saw him in. And then, of course, he was in Happy Gilmore. And I didn't come, as you guys know, if you've been around the channel for a while, I didn't come across his role in Rocky until I finally watched all of those movies for the first time last year. But, you know, been Grief Karga. He's been in our lives through The Mandalorian for a long time now. So his absence is definitely going to be felt there if we re-enter that sphere anytime soon. It's just sad news, man. I think I wake up every day with a different Hasbin tune in my head. Total earworms. More than anything has been just cycling in my head since the reprisal, and hey, hell, since the first appearance of the song, the play of the song. That one's been in my head. It's kind of overridden some of the other ones. Not that they're not in my head. The other ones will still pop up and tune in every now and then, but more than anything, has probably become my favorite song so far. With Adam 9 Feet Under, do you suspect we'll see Eve or Kane next? Kane would be an interesting character to bring into the mix. I mean, I'm not sure how you would do that, considering we're in the realm of the dead, the deceased. So you could have maybe Abel in heaven and Cain in hell or something of the sort. You know, there's a lot of rumors about Eve. There's a lot of speculation about Eve from what I've been hearing. Nobody in the show really talks about her. You know, she got brought up outside of the intro one other time, and it was when when Lucifer was talking about how he keeps stealing Adam's women, which is hilarious. So I don't know, because there's a lot of speculation about Eve, but I feel like they're gonna do something with her. I think in the long con, I think they have to. Minus Alistair and him too. I do love me some Alistair, man. I do. But for me, it comes down to either, like, it was Angel Dust and now it's probably Lucifer. And to be fair, those could probably trade punches, because I do love Angel so much. Rest in peace, Carl Weathers, indeed. Liked him in Rocky, Predator, and The Mandalorian. Hello there. I fucked that up. Hello there. It's Morbin time. What's up, Sketch? When you start watching Helluva Boss, you don't have to worry about cutting anything, because I've seen other reactions don't cut anything. Just thought I'd give you a heads up. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm just going to treat it exactly like I did with the pilot, which is, I mean, it's on YouTube. It's not through Amazon, a distributor, or anything like that. I'm still not going to straight one-for-one it, you know, just because I still feel a little weird about that. I'm just going to treat it like I did the pilot and like I do when I react to other YouTube videos. So it should be it would definitely be a lot easier to put together. That's for sure. When does Spider-Man 4 come out? No No idea. No one knows. No one said. So, a lot of people, the speculations is we're not going to get Spider-Man 4 until after Secret Wars. So, no idea. Favorite scene in Hasbin? Oof. Dude, that's hard. That's a tough ass question. I might have to go with either Lucifer's last minute call in, saving the day, his little Deus Ex appearance, or when Adam shows up and face to faces with Alistair for the first time. He's like, first man, next to die. And then he was like, I'm going to fucking kill you, or whatever he says. Oh, no. I think we're even like one of my favorite scenes is the back and forth between Alistair and Lucifer when he's trash talking the name of the hotel, and then he gets Alistair to break and just says fuck you at the end. I think that might be my favorite scene, that back and forth. Either way, either scene does include one of the two of them. If you intend to watch season 2 of Squid Games, be sure to prep yourself for a similar episode 6. I mean, I would imagine so. The show definitely didn't pull its punches the first time around. I would not expect it to hold back the second time. Got another super chat here. Justin Smith. What's up, man? Know you're a Halo guy. Have you read the novels? They're incredible, but also the reason I can't get into the show. I've read some. The only one I've read the entire way through was The Fall of Reach. It's just time, focus, and like a lot of stuff going on. I've read about the books more than I've actually sat down and read through the entirety of them. I think one of the things that kind of put me off and got me stalled up when I was trying to read through them the first time in order was when we got to the novelization of, I think, the first game. And I was like, God, this is so monotonous going over these things that I already know. And I stopped, but I didn't pick up any of the later books. So instead, I just kind of lived in the Halo Wikipedia for a long time, trying to pick up the information that I missed. And there's still a lot that I don't know, but it's because of the games and it's because of the things that I already know, and obviously the Fall of Reach, that made it very difficult for me to understand the decisions that they made in the first season. It was extremely difficult. Like, some of them I kind of get, other ones completely and absolutely baffle me as to why they did them. So yeah, they've got a little bit of work to do to win me over in this second season. But they said the second season will be a gift to the fans, and they've learned their lessons. So let's see if any of that is true at all. We will find out soon. It comes back this Thursday. What do you think of 20 plus episode seasons, and how many seasons do you think a TV show goes on for too long? Well, for too long, just have you ran out of story to tell? Is it obvious that you are just pulling shit out your ass and none of it really ties in or is necessary, or are we meandering, or are we going anywhere? That's what that can vary from episode to episode, from show to show. It can be very, very different. The episode count is only going to matter for the story that's being told. I still think the sweet spot is like 10 to 13. I think that's the nice middle ground, I think, for solid ass storytelling. There are some outliers out there, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. so far that I'm into, that has been able to use and work this 20 episode series. Every season's like 20 some episodes, 45 minutes an episode, and like they just keep that train a going. And not everyone can do that. It's going to be it's a case by case. But for me personally, if I'm going into something, I think the sweet spot for where you can play around a little bit, but also not tread too much water, is probably like 13 episodes. Update on the infected finger. Got it lanced and antibiotics on Monday. Almost better now. Got the week off at work because doctor said no use of the left hand at work, and work said they stay home because I need both. Where's your other message? Did it eat your other message? Or is it farther down? Yeah, I think it ate your other message because it says 1 of 2, and I do not see the other message. I don't know why YouTube's message, like chat thing's been so fucked up these last couple of months. I need season 2 of Percy Jackson. Hopefully it doesn't take Disney too long to announce a second season. Yeah, they haven't said anything just yet, have they? Hasbin is now your 3 top... God damn it. Hasbin is now your 3 most popular... top 3 most popular videos. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Which is hilarious. Like, oh, by a mile, too, with episode 5. And it's going to be my top 4 as well, I imagine, if all things keep going the way they're going. I think I'll probably have 4 of them by the end of this, but that's if everything keeps going like right now. But yeah, dude, they are fucking exploding. And I think a lot of it has to do because people are trying to find where it's posted, because apparently so many people have no idea where to watch it, which is kind of hilarious to me. Also frustrating when they come to the channel and then bitch about the format. But anyway, we're not going to linger on that. Is your finger getting better? I believe so. We're on the upward swing. Yo, what's up, Daddy Omni? What's up, Adam? How you doing? Those emojis are choices. Very Adam-esque as well. Kind of forgot that the executioners were wearing masks, so I was shocked that Adam had one on the whole time. He never took it off once. See, that's why I was very confused about that once we learned that Loot didn't actually look like that. That was a mask, the executioner's mask, which does look and has a similar shape to Adam's head, which I wasn't sure if that was meant to, like they were meant to look like Adam, because they were part of his army or whatever, or if he too was also wearing a mask. But we finally got that answer by the end of it, which was honestly kind of surprising. And then there's like technology in the mask as well, because it was like fritzing out and glitching. There's a lot of cool little details that like lightly build out the world. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is wild. Yes, it is. Do you think that you'll react to the bear, maybe after you finish Ted Lasso? When I finish Ted Lasso, we'll be putting up a new poll, so it's going to be whatever you guys decide. Whatever the patrons and members decide or vote on, that'll be taking the Ted Lasso spot. They were going to finish Fantastic Beasts movies because there's supposed to be a 5 in total, and we've only had 3. I'm pretty sure they canceled them all. I'm pretty sure those got grounded permanently, but could be wrong about that. Got another super chat that came in here. What's up, Brooke? I kind of like what I was saying in the chat. Did I peep the Vox x Val kiss at the end of the show? Must go on. Love your vids. Well, thank you, Brooke, and thank you for the super chat. The first time through, I feel like once I went back, because I think you and a couple other people pointed it out in the comments. So I went back and I saw it. I found it. In the moment, I saw them doing something behind Velvet, but I didn't register what was happening because I was just, so much was happening. So it just went right past me. But I have since went back and looked at it. And yeah, dude, they were going to town. Like fucking, Valentino's tongue just like lapping all over Vox's screen. Which is also interesting when you consider that Vox doesn't really have a body. Because he hops between his own avatars at times, his own, like, vehicles. Because when he's doing his talk show, he's got multiple physical bodies that he bounces between to have conversations with himself. So is he in the body, or is he the energy, the electricity that powers the body? Lots of things are, like, going through my brain whenever we're trying to look at all this stuff. Anyway, it's fun to think about, though. But I in the moment, 100%. There was so much happening, I missed that. Now I just gotta find my place. Alright. This, Adam fellow is spamming the unholy hell out of everything. Being a little much. Let's see. I missed the Flash. I do find myself at times definitely missing the Flash, you know. Falling Skies is sci-fi based on Earth. Came out about 10 years ago, but it's hugely underrated. What's the premise? Give me a rough run of the premise. Have I ever watched the 100? I have never watched the 100. I know it's on our poll for movies and such, or for shows and such, but as far as me having watched it, I haven't seen anything for it. I'm not even sure what it's really about either. What's up, Kat? Just wanted to ask, what One Piece spoilers do you already know from online stuff? Garp doesn't count since that was in the live action. So if it isn't including anything in the live action, I know some of the crew members. I don't know any of their names. There are some characters that I'm aware of just from seeing posts online. I know, like, there's a character named Ace. Don't know what his deal is. I know there's like a big old skeleton guy that I think joins the crew at some point. Don't know his name or what his shtick is. I know stuff like that. Obviously, I know Robin and Chopper. I know of them. I don't know what their gimmicks are. And I know Luffy has these things called gears, eventually, which bodes into my question about power scaling, I think, at one point. Like, I think I've seen some images of, like, a big old hulking him, and then I think, like, him with white hair or something like that. Outside of that, I don't really know too much else that at least comes to mind. A lot of my feeds don't happen to have, thankfully, a lot of One Piece stuff, but there's still some people that kind of tread in both waters, so there's just like a thing that creeps up every once in a while that just kind of crosses my eyes, but out of context, it doesn't really mean anything to me, so yeah. Works out in the end, I think. I hope, at least. What's up, Janine? Popping in quickly to say thank you for About Time. No more harassing you for it. Yeah, and it takes that heavy hitter off the list. Gives us a chance to let some other ones catch up now. Because it was always like neck and neck with whatever our previous ones were, and now it's off the list, and I think we might see a little bit, I don't know, it leaves a lot open for what might win the movie poll next month, so it's gonna be fun. But I enjoyed the shit out of the movie. I was not prepared for how fucking emotional it ended up being, though. Have I watched Prison Break? I have never seen a single episode of Prison Break. Let's see. Is there any horror movies coming out this year? I mean, yeah. I mean, there's already been like 3 that have come out. And there will be a shit ton more. That's for sure. Oh, it looks like you asked this, and then I think then you put in the super chat for it. Hope that I apologize that you felt the need to do that, but like I'm just behind in reading the messages. So, thank you though. I do appreciate it. How do I feel about retcons? It depends on how sweeping they are or how big of a thing they are retconning. Or, well, if I even like the thing that they retcon to begin with. It just, like, give me, like, I don't know. Like, it just depends on if it's inconsequential or not at the end of the day. They don't always bother me, even though I do love continuity a lot. But it just depends on how big of a thing it is. And if I can come up with a headcanon reason around it or not. I played Borderlands once with some friends. I don't know why, I just couldn't play long. It was kind of fun. I like the art style, but I just couldn't keep my attention. Same. Tried it single player, tried it with people, and I just could not, I don't know, it just couldn't hold my attention. And a lot of it's the wandering, the meandering, the just trying to figure out where the hell you're supposed to go. A lot of the times it just felt like what I was doing didn't really matter a lot. So, and then, I don't know, I just ended up always getting really fucking bored. My expectations are so high. Might want to bring them down. Bring them down a little bit. Like, anytime we're going into, like, a video game adaptation, I'm just like, not all of them are going to be The Last of Us. So, I still try to very strongly temper my expectations. So, that's just my advice. If I watch a TV show, do you think a character needs to have a surname or doesn't matter? It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't really matter at all in the end, as long, you know, if it matters to the story, sure, but it's not a requirement. You know, there's a lot of stuff that I watch where the characters have no last names or anything of the sort, so it's not a huge deal. What's up, Noober? Doctor Who update. It's official. I think Capaldi is my favorite Doctor after his speech in Flatline. I'm loving where Clara's arc is going, but it's also probably going to rip my heart out. Oh, just you wait. I love Capaldi. He is heavily underrated. That's for sure. Loki was so peak. Loki was really fucking good. Season 1 was great. Season 2 I thought was even better. I've watched Morbius. Don't judge me. I actually really enjoyed it. Also, I love Matt Smith. Matt Smith was the best thing in that movie for me. I enjoyed the shit out of every scene Matt Smith was in, because he was just hamming it up. I think the movie's fine. It's not as bad as the internet plays it up to be. It's just, it became a living meme. That's for sure. But it's one of the movies where Jared Leto was the least offensive thing in the film, which was, given his track record, surprising. It's like we got another super chat. You guys are fucking popping off today. Jesus. Thank you, Janine, to cover the cost of the rental for About Time. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not sure about the exchange rate. You may have overpaid, but yeah, I do typically rent those because I couldn't, just to double check, I couldn't find it online anywhere. And for the first time when I rented something on Amazon, it gave me that old school FBI warning, and not as its own tacked on thing, but as part of the runtime, which was weird. So like at the 0 counter, it immediately went to an FBI like copyright warning that they used to have on DVDs and stuff like that. So it's almost like they didn't rip that off the actual thing when they uploaded it. But I thought that was weird. I hadn't seen that before when watching a movie through Amazon, so that was kind of interesting. But yeah, it was such a good movie. So either way, I appreciate the super chat and the support for it, especially since it was your vote, your suggestion. But I wouldn't have minded, I never do, forking out the money, man. It doesn't matter at all. I just always, again, everything that comes into the channel, in the end, makes its way back. Try to keep all that cycling back in to make the channel better for you guys. Make it an investment in it more than anything. I'm just trying to find my spot again. Always happens. TM, Nerdy, he just got his 1 month as a member. Just saw that pop up. Hell yeah. Thank you. Here we are. I never knew what Apple Vision Pro was until yesterday, and it looks so weird. I don't think it's worth the $3,500. The guy was watching a 3-hour movie with it, and it only has a 2.5-hour battery life. Probably had to keep it plugged in the entire time then, I would imagine. I'm interested in the idea of it if I could actually get a hands-on with it before deciding on whether or not it's worth the money. I don't know that it's worth the money regardless, but it is an interesting idea, but I would have to try it out first, because I don't know how my brain is going to react to it, but some of the things I've heard about what you can do with it, or even the way that you can watch movies with it, it sounds fun, it sounds interesting, but again, is it worth $3,500? I don't know. Do you agree with the consensus? Reverse Flash was overused in the Flash series. I think eventually he became overused. I do. I also was one of the people that thought they were overusing Tom. I understood the reason they used Tom. He's the guy we first saw in the face. He was cheap because he was already a cast member for a bulk of it. You didn't have to bring anybody new on. He was already on the payroll. But they had to start creating reasons for why he still looked like Tom Cavanaugh. And I do feel like they did eventually start using him too much as a crutch. Because a lot of the other villains that would come out in and around those times, they just weren't fleshing out as much. Like, Godspeed got completely screwed over in the character development sector, and then just got clowned off in like one episode. I don't know. I do feel like Reverse Flash was leaned onto just a tad too much. The retcon of all retcons is Han. F and F. On F and F. Oh, Fast and Furious. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a huge fucking weird one. That one, if the Fast and Furious franchise didn't become what it eventually did, I think that would bother me more than anything. But it's become so goofy, I'm not shocked anymore about shit like that. I was like, Giselle coming back. I was like, if Han can come back, no, Giselle's probably going to come back, and hell, fuck, she is. But yeah, dead by random car crash during the chase, then dead from Statham planned crash, then not even dead at all. Yeah, fucking what the hell. I don't think we're getting a sequel to Morbius. If we are, it won't be anytime soon. I really only know you from Hasbin videos, so I have to ask, what types of shows do you react to? A lot of genre stuff, typically. If it's, you know, DC, Marvel, Star Wars, I will always show up for that stuff. A lot of the other stuff is like video game stuff. I've done a bunch of different shows, man. Like all the Mike Flanagan shows, you know, Haunting of Bly Manor. You know what? Let's just go through the shows. A shit ton of different kinds of movies. I let a lot of you guys vote on what movies I react to and stuff like that, but like everything else is just kind of, am I interested? But shows that we've covered, if it will load, let's just do the overall list. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which we started on the channel. I'm on season 2 now. Arcane, Attack on Titan, which is just the final season, because before I did anime reactions, I was already watching Attack on Titan, so I'd already watched pretty much all of it up until that point. Batwoman, Better Call Saul, Black Lightning, Bleach, Chernobyl, Chucky, Cobra Kai, Cowboy Bebop, Dark, Doctor Who, Doom Patrol, Echo, Gen V, Halo, Harley Quinn, Hawkeye, Hasbin Hotel, House of Dragon, Invincible, Legends of Tomorrow, Loki, Marvel's What If, Masters of the Universe, Revelation and Revolution, Midnight Mass, Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, My Adventures with Superman, One Piece, the anime and the live action. I'm currently in the middle of the anime. Peacemaker, Percy Jackson, Reacher, Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. Fuck that show, by the way. Fuck that. That was awful. Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, Secret Invasion, Severance. Cannot wait for season 2 of Severance, man. Goddamn. She-Hulk, Squid Game, Ahsoka, Andor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Bad Batch, Book of Boba Fett, Mandalorian, Vision, Stargirl, Stranger Things, Supergirl, Superman and Lois, Ted, and then Ted Lasso, not the same thing. That 90s Show, The Boys Diabolical, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Fall of the House of Usher, The Flash, The Haunting of Bly Manor, The Haunting of Hill House, The Last of Us, The Legend of Vox Machina, The Lord of the Rings, The Ring of Power, Midnight Club, Sandman, The Umbrella Academy, The Walking Dead, The Witcher, Witcher Blood Origins, which was garbage, Titans, Twisted Metal, WandaVision, Willow, which you can't even watch anymore, Young Justice, and Yu Yu Hakusho, the live action. And then a shit ton of movies. Oh my god. And we will be adding Helluva Boss to that real soon. To add to the Stranger Things comment from someone earlier, it's out late 2005 at the earliest, could even be early 2026. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. They probably got a shit ton to shoot and a lot of post-production to do. Seen Argyle in a few hours, hope it's good. Trailer looked fun. I hope you enjoy it. I've been seeing a lot of really mixed opinions on the film. I don't know if I haven't even been to the theater yet this year, which is, I've just been so burned out. I haven't left the house to go watch anything in some time. I think Lilith is going to be in the next episode. Like in season 2, you mean? I would imagine so. Oh, Nick. Hasbin has given me so many Halloween outfit ideas. Dude, I was thinking about how can I cosplay any of these things? That is what I've been doing. It's also made me want to start sketching again because of the art. Will I be seeing the Argyle movie? Probably not. I'm not going to, I don't know. I'm not rushing to go to the theater to check it out. If I have the time and I'm in the mood, I might go see it. But right now, I'm not hungry to go check it out at the moment. Has Moon Knight Season 2 been confirmed? I don't believe so. I think it's been rumored to be being talked about, but it is not confirmed as of yet. I'm disgusted with the new Suicide Squad game. What makes it worse is that it takes place in the Arkhamverse. Yeah, the fact that it exists in the Arkham universe is what irritates me the most about it. The outside of it being live service. That was the big old no-no, and the fact that I knew they weren't going to be able to deliver on the gameplay they were promising or the idea that they were promising. And from everything I've seen, they haven't. Also, the live service bullshit of it all. I don't want to go in there and grind gear for my superhero comic book game. And then just the fact that we're killing off all these people in the Arkham universe. If it was its own universe, I wouldn't care that much. But it's definitely not a game I would have fun playing to begin with. Did you know that Adam's face behind the mask design is based on his voice actor? I think I saw somebody say that, and I do know what the voice actor looks like, and when he kind of cracked it open, I was like, huh, is that what they were going for, or are they just going for Guy? But yeah, he does look like, what, it's Alex Brightman, right, that does Adam? That's right? Adam. Yeah. You drunk? I'm not. I haven't, like, all that, even by the time you had this message put in, and I'm behind. I'm like 30 minutes behind right now on the chat messages. So if I haven't gotten to your message yet, I promise I will get to it. I'm just behind right now. I'm like 30 minutes behind. So the messages I'm reading right now are 30 minutes old from where you guys are presently. But by the time you sent that message in, I hadn't even taken a sip of any drink yet. Alcoholic, at least. We got some more super chats coming in. God damn, you people are popping off today. I appreciate the fuck out of it. Hello again. For us that appreciate everything you do, just want to ask if you accept gifts. If yes, where can we send them? Love your reactions. I had a hiccup with my license, so I don't have like a PO box. I might set one up. I don't know. I'd have to figure out the logistics of that. But I know before when I went to inquire about it, my ID apparently, because it didn't have the address. I never updated my license with the address I'm living at, so they wouldn't accept it. So I might have to go rectify that. And I would totally be down for that. I would never ask for anything. But I also wouldn't say no. But I'll let you guys know if at any point I do set anything up like that, and you guys will be the first to know. Nick, thank you for the super chat. Falling Skies premise is in 4 messages. Apologies. It's also produced by Spielberg's company. Might be worth checking out season 1 trailer. I'll have to take a look at it, but it's done by Steven Spielberg's co. Okay, I'm intrigued. I'm at least curious, that's for sure. Let's see. Who was my favorite character when I first watched it? Probably Angel Dust. If we're talking about Hasbin still. Yeah, I mean, up until Lucifer's appearance and subsequent reappearances, it was Angel Dust for the longest time. Even just from the pilot, I think it was Angel. Was probably Angel, or if we're talking like we're going into the pilot, it may have been Angel or Alistair at that point. But then the first half of Hasbin was like Angel was just the standout in my brain. And then it just became, and then my mind is completely overtaken with Lucifer right now. What's up, Winry? Professor's in the chat. How's it going, Omni? Hope everyone's having a good weekend. Likewise, echoing that sentiment, that's for sure. What do you think of a D&D location called the Crystal Mist Forest or the Laughing Forest, which would sound more bland, yet threatening? Would be fucking wild. Like if you're crippled with laughter while entering its confines, 1, you're making noise, 2, you can't focus, so it's almost like double exhaustion or double, you can't really have double disadvantage, but it would be a fun, nasty concept. I like it. I like it in idea. What's my favorite Hasbin Hotel song? Currently, I would have to say More Than Anything. More Than Anything. I think it is Usurped Poison for me. When is the Lord of the Rings of Power coming back? I haven't heard anything. I have not heard anything either. They had filmed the first and second seasons back to back, I thought. But I haven't heard anything about when season 2 is going to come out. What's up, Bex? Hey, yo. I'll be lurking and cooking. Cook away. Cook away. And hopefully I don't distract you too much with any stupid shit I say, and you go burning yourself. Or starting a kitchen fire. Neither would be good. What's up, Jonathan? Good morning, mate. Watching here from the Philippines. Love your anime reactions, especially One Piece. Any change, or maybe meant any chance you'll continue watching it beyond the Arlong arc. I'd say there's like a 50 to 75% chance I'm probably just going to keep watching. So, I'm pretty much leaning towards, I'm just going to keep going, I think. But I don't know yet. That could change. That's where I'm at right now. Is there a genre you just will not react to, like teen dramas or something like that? If it wins a poll, I'll check it out. But yeah, typically teen drama stuff, it doesn't interest me. I just don't, I don't really, like, I'm sure if I sat down and watched it, I could probably get into it, but it's not something I actively want to seek out, if that makes any sense. I need a little bit of a spin, you know. I don't dislike drama, you know. I love like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul and stuff like that, so it's not unheard of. I do have some that kind of break the bounds of genre specifically, but I need a hook. That's at least. So yeah. Little vague, but for me, a lot of things are like, I don't have like hard no's, if that makes sense, but like something's gotta get its claws in me to get me interested. And sometimes those dramas or romances and stuff like that, they just don't pull me in. They just all, for whatever reason, and it's not from the outsider's perspective looking in, you know, if you're sitting down watching it may be completely different, but from the outside, there's so many of them look and feel the same to me. That's the end all be all about. Have you got any favorite characters from any show or movie who you adore or hold near to dear to your heart and soul? Oh yeah, dude, so many. Like too many. practically any. I would not own any of these pops if I did not give two shits about any of these characters. And I got what 100. That was when I got these. I think I got 147 of them now. Might have to recount, but yeah, there's a lot. Just if we want to go through my top 10 favorite fictional characters of all time, I think I still have that list. Because I have a buddy of mine who loves lists, and every year he'll be like, has yours changed? Has it updated? And he will sometimes pester us until we make a list about whatever the topic is at hand. But right now, my top 10 fictional characters list, and this is a little, I might have to adjust this, but this is what it was as of like let's say last year. Naruto from Naruto, Sora from Kingdom Hearts, the Doctor from Doctor Who, Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII, Rocky Balboa from Rocky, Fox Mulder from the X-Files, Revan from Star Wars, Batman, specifically Batman from the animated series, Oliver Queen from Arrow, Tommy Oliver from Power Rangers, Vaxel Dan from Legends of Vox Machina, and Jim Hopper from Stranger Things. I might have, again, like I said, that list was made like a year or two ago. I probably need to update a couple of things, but that takes pondering to pick out these things. Long thoughts. You think James Gunn has something cooking in his DCU? He's cooking something. Is it going to be good? I don't know. He hasn't steered me wrong yet, but I don't want to go in with any blind faith. So I gotta wait till we see something first. Favorite Hasbin Hotel characters are Alistair, Charlie, and Nifty. All phenomenal fucking characters. And I want to know more about the enigma that is both Alistair and Nifty. You going to do Helluva Boss, like I said in my videos on the reactions? Yes, I will be doing Helluva Boss later, probably same time as these last episodes for Hasbin, but this coming week. I want Jessica Jones in Daredevil Born Again. Only if she fits in, but I would love to see her regardless. I did say it was for Jessica right before you started the stream. The chat box erased it. Well, unfortunately, I didn't see it, so I apologize. Don't know why it does that unless it's a refresh. I don't know. Sometimes it just deletes messages all on its own, and I don't know why. Anyone who liked how much has been incorporated music should go check out Marvel's Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur. Each episode Lance's music, much original with gorgeous animation. I watched the trailer for that when it was announced. I don't know. Again, until I watch it, who knows? Mine could be changed, but I know the trailer, it didn't win me over. But I might have to check it out. I miss Battle. I'm good. I miss some of the characters, but I felt like this show was kind of meandering already, which wasn't good for a 3-season show. How did you like the recent Supergirl casting? I mean, it's a solid choice. She makes sense. I just need to see her in action first. My first exposure to Carl Weathers was Mando. I heard about him in Predator and Rocky at the time. I loved him in everything. His death honestly reminded me how integral he was to the Mando. It won't be the same without him. 1000%. Definitely. Jim Carrey was announced to be back for Sonic 3, and Kristen Ritter is also in it. Which is fun, because Jim Carrey was like, unless the script is real good, I think I'm going to retire. And then, well, his next movie is Sonic 3, so I guess he enjoyed the script. I find it interesting how Serpentius is the oldest of all the cast, with more than 100 years of age, but still seems the least mature and more silly. That is a good point. I did see somebody also mention that it's kind of ironic that the first redeemed soul from hell was a serpent. Think about that. That was a good little detail I didn't think about in the moment. People want Meg to play Supergirl, but I'm glad they chose Millie Alcock. I mean, I would have been fine with either, but I just need to see them in action before I really feel one way or another. By the way, the Helluva Boss pilot isn't canon anymore. I did see somebody mention that in the comments. I did ask if they thought it was worth watching still. Like, should I still watch it even though it's not canon? And I've got a couple of mixed answers on that one. I might do like a poll or something in the coming days to see how everybody feels about it. I'm probably going to watch it anyway. But, yeah. It's crazy. I don't know what that was in response to. My God, I'm over 30 minutes now. When it came to starting YouTube, were you filled with anxiety and overthinking at all? And like, will anyone even care? Is this vid good enough? Am I even worth watching? Will this even take off, etc.? Oh God, yeah. Mostly it's just about putting myself out there. I wasn't really worried about how many people were gonna watch or if it was gonna do well. I just needed it as an outlet for myself. Otherwise, I was going to go insane. Because I didn't have anybody to talk to about the things that I was interested in at the time. So it was the only outlet that I had for that. And I'd wanted to for a long time, but I was always very anxious about if I was overthinking everything or if I just came off sounding dumb as shit, or if I would just make mistakes. I was always double checking, triple checking everything I was saying a lot of the time. And I'm trying not to do that as much anymore. I still do it sometimes, because sometimes I'm like, did I even make sense right there? I don't know if I did or not. If so, any advice, like how you dealt with it? Because I made a YouTube channel because I love talking about movies. I just go insane in my mind over it, and I know logic to just have fun, chill, but it's hard to turn off. I'm the same way. You guys know that. I overthink the shit out of some things, even if it's a simple thing we are watching. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really, I mean, you just have to power through it. I don't really have any good advice beyond that. You just have to get used to it. It's very different. Just kind of sitting down and firing off your thoughts. But at the end of the day, it's helped a lot with me being able to open up about stuff or just public speaking in general. You know, that's been a lot of the fun of it, or at least the useful side of it in my real world experiences. But outside of that, I don't know. Just do it. I only started it because I just wanted to talk about the fun shit that I was interested in at the time. And I didn't have anybody to talk to about it. All my friends were too busy. We barely talk anymore. You know, the older you get, you know, people are settling into their own lives and stuff like this. I was like, I just needed to talk to somebody about the stuff that I was watching, whether it was a trailer, a movie, a show, whatever. And that's kind of how this started off. That's why I'm, like, most of my stuff in the beginning when the channel was young was trailer reactions and reviews. It was just me talking about stuff. We didn't really get into reacting to anything that wasn't a trailer until, like, I think the first year or two. I don't remember. When I started to expand and doing some more detailed stuff. Yeah. I don't think any of that was helpful, what I just said, but I don't know if I have any good advice. I don't know if I've taken any good advice. Just show up and be you. That's the dumbest shit you can say, but honestly, at the end of the day, it is the truth. Anyway. Sorry. Spider-Man 4 was supposed to come out this July, but now is delayed until who knows when. The movie was supposed to set up Secret Wars. It was never given a slate date. I mean, I think that was assumed, but I don't think that was never in concrete, to my knowledge. Got to finish Hasbin Hotel, and it was surprisingly good. There were moments that I feel like were a little rushed, but for a first season, not bad. I do wish we spent more time in the world and got to know some of the tertiary orbiting characters a little bit more. But I for what it was still really, really solid. I still love the shit out of what they did with it. It's one of those shows where it works, but also I just want so much more. It's because it's so good, and I'm so hungry for more of that world that I just wanna spend more time in it. How about any characters that you despise and loathe so much that you can't help but want to square punch all of them in the face and or balls repeatedly? Shit. Yes. Fucking Joffrey from Game of Thrones. I would beat the shit out of that kid. And Dolores Umbridge. I would fuck that woman. I wouldn't fuck that woman, but fuck that woman. God damn it. I don't know if any fictional character has ever irritated me more than Dolores fucking Umbridge. We'll ever do a reaction to the Thomas Ellis Lucifer. Again, like the other stuff I've talked about before, it is on our poll. It is a show I do want to watch one of these days. There's just so many things to watch that it's unless it's new, it's a hot new thing or anything like that. It's like, oh, I got to get on this. No, for the channel, older stuff, it's just like there's just so much backlog, so much stuff. Like I said with you guys, like our last poll had over 100 shows to vote on. Like there's so much, and there's so little me. One day I would love to, but I'm just gonna let the cards play that one out. Did Omni peep the Val Vox case? I think you asked me that already, I believe, unless that was what you super chatted. That may have been what you super chatted. I don't remember. I apologize. I am like 40 minutes behind in the chat. So if you're posting questions, I will get to it eventually. You'll just need to be a little patient. Cause I'll go into these tangents and then I'll end up so far behind. Stranger Things Season 5 better have a satisfying conclusion. I hope so. I mean, I'm sure it will. I think these guys have their heads on straight and can tell a decent ass story. I trust the Duffer Brothers with what they're going to do on this one. Let's see. My favorite Hasbin Hotel character was Hasbin Hotel. Scene in Heaven. God damn it. My favorite scene in Hasbin Hotel was when Alistair lost his radio voice. It sounded pretty funny how he was so confused. And it was after Adam broke his staff. I did think that was hilarious. That the source of his radio effect is the microphone itself on his staff. That was a nice little detail. It definitely caught me off guard, that's for sure. Like at the end of the song, it was pretty damn cool. And yes, I love Alistair with no radio effect. I like him either way, but it definitely caught me off guard. Like, what just happened? Fuck. What just happened? Fuck. Yeah, dude. Good morning, mate. Watching here from the Philippines. Did I think this is a repost. What's up, Jonathan? Yeah, I answered this one earlier. Like I said, guys, no need to repost. No need to like spam a question. I'll get to it. Let's see. What's up, Saber Smith? So glad to hear. So sad. Not glad. So sad to hear about Carl Weathers passing. I know how LF feels about recasting. Do you think we will see Grief again? We probably won't. There's a pretty strong chance I don't think that we will. That we'll probably won't see that character again, unfortunately. I'm hyped for Halo Season 2. Sue me. Alright, my lawyer's coming. Calling him right now. 2023, No Sleep Till Brooklyn, Chris Pratt shows up in 2 movies. That is true. That did happen with 2 Chris Pratt movies. My favorite Hasbin Hotel scene / song is Loser Baby. That was a perfect pick-me-up song despite all the uncomfortable moments of Val torturing Angel. It was a great way to pull you back from the intensity of what was already going on early in that. It was a nice way to balance us back out after all the messed up shit that was going on previously. It was a nice reset to end the episode on. Looks like we got another super chat here. Jenna says, I don't think there's a question here. I got distracted once watching your live stream and burned myself on my foot. I wasn't cooking, it was hot oil from smoking. Thankfully, the mark faded over time. I apologize that I caused such an incident to unfurl. But I'm glad that you're okay and that you didn't get a permanent injury from listening to my live stream. I'm sorry I'm laughing about that, but it's morbidly hilarious. Thank you so much for the super chat, Jenna. Be careful. Don't hurt yourself listening to my ass. God damn it. Oh, just gotta find my place again. I hope I don't have to like cut off before I actually finish everybody today. Here we are. Oh, we get to see Sekhmet in JXK since one of the battles takes place in Egypt. That's where she's hibernating, and also Behemoth since another battle is in Brazil. I mean, it's definitely possible, but I feel like it's going to be extremely focused. But we never know. I think a lot of it's going to be Hollow Earth stuff, but we'll have to wait and see. Me and my friends went insane with Vox and Val being canonical, you know, being shipped at the end like Whiplash. I can imagine, man, because it just happens so fast. Like, blink and you miss it kind of fast. So I'm sure that was a nice little detail and sprinkled into the background for a lot of people. What do you think about a Resident Evil and League of Legends anime? Or is there a video game you think deserves an anime? Or do you think that DC vs. Mortal Kombat would work as an animated movie or live action? Animated. 100% would prefer them do an animated version of that if they ever adapted that. But as far as video game that I think deserves an anime, Resident Evil. 100%. League of Legends, I would argue, Arcane is doing that job just fine, and I'm fine with them just kind of continuing all of that. And as far as Resident Evil, I would love to see an anime for that. I think that would be really cool. They could get rid of the constraints. Obviously, they've done a lot of the animated films, like with computer generation, but I think just a straight anime would be pretty damn solid for it. Other than that, you know, like, I mean, I know we've done Final Fantasy animes in the past, but maybe expanding 16, or again, I will take more 7 lore any day. And I've also been wanting, and I know we're never going to get it because the licensing would be a nightmare, but I would love an anime adaptation of the Kingdom Hearts manga. I think that would be wicked cool. Update with my classic Who journey. I just started John Pertwee. Patrick's last arc, the War Games, was fantastic. Got a bit emo when he said goodbye to Jamie and Zoe. Yeah, Patrick Troughton is one of my favorites. He was a treat. Pertwee, I mildly struggled with. Not as much as future Doctors, but it was a stark contrast to Troughton. It was one of those things kind of like with Capaldi. It was like whiplash from what the Doctor was like to how he is now. It took me a minute to get used to it. I rewatched Godzilla vs. Kong after a long time, prepping for Godzilla X Kong. I still enjoy it. I really like Godzilla X Kong. Or versus Kong, sorry. I like it a lot. I understand why people who love the Halo games were frustrated by Halo Season 1, but I enjoyed it. Definitely didn't think it needed new showrunners. Also, what the hell is up with Cortana's new design? I'm really curious about that. I don't know why they decided to redesign her. I have some theories that it may not be our Cortana, but yeah, I don't know. There was no need to change how she looked. I thought she looked fine. I think she looks worse now if that is in fact Cortana. Either way, I mean, we got Jen Haley behind it on both sides, but I don't know. I mean, for me, like, even looking at it as its own thing, it falls apart under its own logic that it was trying to set up, and it undermines a lot of the themes of the games, of the books, by forcing this weird, I don't know, there's a lot of changes to the way the world works that makes no sense. And they completely threw away Master Chief's arc. Like, what makes Master Chief an interesting, complex character, especially from the video game standpoint, they threw that out completely within the first couple of episodes. It has nothing to do with the helmet either. Like, the helmet, I get. I do think it comes off a little too much. I understand it's going to have to come off. Obviously, when you're playing the games, he's always in combat. He's always going to have it on. We see, even in the games, that there are times he takes it off. We just don't get to see his face. Like, when he settles down after a mission, he takes his helmet off. He does. Now, when we're seeing every waking moment of his life, the guy's going to take his helmet off. That's not the point. His character is completely... what? Like, he's not Master Chief. In the way he acts, behaves, and the core ideals of what he's trying to, like, the purpose of his existence, of his partnering with Cortana, and their entire dynamic has been completely erased. And I'm hoping they fix that. Hasbin Hotel gave me major Beetlejuice early 90s cartoon vibes, dark themes and animation style. Yes, it definitely, a lot of it did feel like Beetlejuice. A lot of Tim Burton-ish elements to it. A lot of Invader Zim, Jonah Vasquez kind of art, kind of melded with that Beetlejuice, the animated series. Yeah, I'm right there with you on that one. Is Adam going to be a demon now? I hope so. That's crossed my mind, and I've seen a lot of people echo that sentiment as well. Because with what happened with Serpentius, I would be curious if the reverse is possible. If now that Adam died again, he's going to resurrect in hell as a demon for his hellish acts. Because if you look too, there's also a fun little theory floating around, is that because heaven didn't exactly know what got you into hell, because Adam wrote down these stipulations, maybe now that, because it is in writing, is now the criteria that by which they are being judged. So maybe he may have in fact damned himself back to hell, or to hell, because he even wrote those words and made it even possible. His own hubris, his own fault, is what allowed Serpentius's redemption. I mean, all of this, the purging to begin with, is all Adam too, from what we know. Like, everything falls onto his own stupid decisions. And that would just be purely ironic. After they announced the Black Phone is getting a sequel, I still don't know how they're going to do that with the same characters coming back. Yeah, that I have no idea how they're going to do a sequel to that unless it was a prequel. So I don't know. Hit them now. I'll be honest, if Percy Jackson gets a second season, Rick Riordan should not be an executive producer. Why not? Why would you not? I wouldn't understand. I think that's probably why this worked so well, is because he was there. I'll be honest, I would not have even... I don't think we would have I don't think the show would have done as well as it was if he wasn't involved. And I would be worried about a season 2 without him, personally. And I'm also not a fan of the books, but I know he had a heavy hand in making this, and a lot of people seem to love it. So, rewatching Halo Season 1 before Season 2 for the refresh. Thoughts are the same. It's fine, not great. I enjoy most of the characters, and action is really good when we get it, but the show was just too slow. They did say they are fixing that going into this, to expect it to have a more of a wartime pace. That makes sense. Who's my favorite Bond? Daniel Craig. Used to be Brosnan when I was growing up. He was my Bond growing up, so that makes a little sense, but Craig is my favorite Bond currently. Close second, I think, these days might be Timothy Dalton. But Craig. Are Marvel fans toxic or no? Every fandom has toxic people. You're not going to have... Not all of one thing is not toxic. So erase that from your brain. My profile picture spells doom. It does indeed. It does indeed. Like we got, what, 3 Chief in his armor fight scenes the entire 9-episode season. That's way too low. Hope for a season 2. It gives us more consistent action, like a minute, minute 1 fight per, minimum 1 fight per episode or something like that. Yeah, they definitely got to ramp it up, man. They really, really do. I still find it weird that the Vox Machina, aka Radio Demon, isn't called Vox. That's a good point, but I always equated it to like voice box or video box for Vox. So Vox being Vox makes some sense to me in the way that he is an evolution of that old process. It eventually went from one to the other. So that kind of makes sense to me. I don't know. If you get into the weeds of it, sure. But yeah, I'm not too hung up on that. Not gonna lie, I'm surprised that Brad Pitt hasn't said anything about wanting to do a sequel to World War Z. Probably because it didn't do that great. Probably didn't have a good time in the movie then, if he's never really talked about it since then. I hope Adam isn't gone. He was a dick, but I loved him. But if he has ripped, if he is gone, rip to the Dick Master. Rip to the Dick Master indeed. Hell yeah. Part 2 of the finger thing was work gave me a week off because I can't use both hands. So no check sucks, but I was feeling burned out at work, so mini vacation's nice. Had to buy a new phone. Saved info though. That's good at least. Nice little vacase. Super solid. Not getting a paycheck sucks, but sometimes it's worth just taking a step back and breathing. Sometimes you can't put a price on that. Also, we had to wait for Charlie and Vanny's kiss for the last episode while getting gay softboard in episode 4. Feels so wrong. I did feel weird about I didn't notice it in the moment, but then when they finally did kiss, I was like, oh, this is the first time they've kissed all season long. I wonder why that is. Invincible returns next month. That it does. Adam gone now. For now, at least. For now. At least there were 2 Adams who were both impaled by swords of a major character. Sounding anything familiar? Adam Warlock getting impaled by Nebula when he was beating the crap out of Drax. That's a good point. That's a good point. Still can't believe that Game of Thrones Season 8 was the worst season. I will never forget. And there's that. TM Nerdy. Has it already been a month? Apparently it has, man. Time is flying right now. Thought Adam's face was that when his mask was on, but I didn't know he had a human one. See, I wasn't sure. I brought up the question of it once we saw Lute had a real, like, human face. So I was like, so does Adam? Or is he something else, something other than her? But we got that answer. Just went on Amazon Prime and got a notification saying Prime content will now have limited ads. Pay $2.99 to remove them. Yeah, that started this past Monday. Yeah, that's annoying. That's for sure. Is there any more Annabelle movies on the way? None have been announced. There have been 0 announced. Just hanging out at the moment, but here to support either way. Well, thank you, Cole. I appreciate it. I mean, there's no, like, pressure to interact, to get into the heat of everything or anything like that. If you just want to chill and listen to me bicker and banter. Hold on a second. One second. We have a cat situation going on right now. All right. Well, yeah. So one of the usual strays came in, as well as Biscuit, and they don't get along at all. So we're having trouble figuring out what the hell to do. Both were inside the house at the same time, and yeah, I don't know. I think he just ended up leaving again. Let's see. Where were we? God, this is a great stream, guys. We're almost an hour behind. No, we are. No, we're not. We're almost an hour behind. Woo! Let's see. I've ever watched all of Smallville. I haven't seen all of Smallville, but I've seen the first season, and I've seen just a lot of bits in between, and all of the final season. What's up, Sheena? Hope you're relaxing after the hectic week. It has been. I just got cat food juice on my mouse pad. God damn it. Whoops. It's been an interesting week, that's for sure. It should be much, much quieter in the coming days. Do you think the Deadpool 3 trailer will break any records? I mean, it could. It could be sure. I don't know. I'm probably. What? I don't know. It just really depends. Like, Marvel stuff these days, it's so unpredictable right now. But Deadpool, I think it's got at least enough good faith that we might be able to. It'll probably break some. It'll probably at least get some attention. Some hopefully positive attention, at least. Welcome to the internet. Come and take a seat. Deadpool 3 is going to be peak. I could be wrong. And that's the case about anything. Has Silo been added to the TV poll? I started reading the books after season 1. If season 2 is as good as season 1, this will be your next big thriller/mystery show. Also, hope you're doing well. Well, thank you, Daniel. I do believe that it's on the list. I'm pretty sure it's on there. Here people were upset about the Netflix Avatar series because the showrunners were trying to make this show appealing to Game of Thrones fans. Yeah, they had a lot of people hyped up after that really cool trailer, but everything they've been saying since the trailer came out has been super stupid. And I'm mildly concerned that we'll see. You know, it could still be enjoyable. It can be different. It can be its own thing and still be entertaining, still provide some value. But there's some things that they've said, concern me. Because they found problems with non-problems. And the way they talk about it is very undermining to the originals, the fans, and honestly, just human beings in general. So they should have just not said shit. They should have just canceled their press tour, because every new thing that they've said about the show after the fact has just made me more worried about it. The Last of Us Part 3 is seemingly confirmed. Interesting. No, it's pretty all but confirmed at this point. Falling Skies premise. Falling Skies begins 6 months after a global invasion by extraterrestrials, where in early days, invaders neutralized the world's power grid and technology. God damn it, where... Here we go. Well, YouTube ate one of your comments, because I'm... there is no 2 of 3. Or 2 of 4. I'm reading these myself, just so we're saving some time here. I mean, it sounds interesting. I'd probably need to watch the trailer and get an idea for it. James Gunn's The Suicide Squad is on excellent recon. Is an excellent retcon. That is very true. That is very, very true. Loki was the best use of Marvel 6-episode formula. Yes, it was. I 100% agree with that. Super Bowl next week. Do you think we'll get a glimpse of Andor Season 2 or Umbrella Academy Season 4? Umbrella Academy, probably. Andor, I don't know if we're ready or not for something from Andor just yet, but I wouldn't be sad if we got anything new for Andor. That'd be cool. The only thing I can't escape from the Morbius moves, the meme, and that iconic dance scene from Matt Smith. Very, very true. Overpaid, so I got my arse covered for the next one. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll take it. Sorry, the premise was in 4 separate messages. Had to get it from Wikipedia. Hey, no worries at all. It's my favorite Funko Pops that I own. My 2 Darth Revan Funkos and my Vaxeldan, as well as what was the last one I got? Where are you? My Mr. Miyagi. I think my Mr. Miyagi might be my Daniel and Miyagi. No. Vaxeldan was the most expensive pop I think I've gotten. Probably those, but also the OG Karate Kid, Daniel, Johnny, and Miyagi set that I got on sale. Because online, they are ridiculous. Like the prices for those. I got a good deal on those. But I think those are the top ones for sure. Hulu is cracking down on password sharing, just like Netflix, of course, because it's Disney, and Disney is linked to all of that. They're all going to be doing it, man. They're all going to do it. What's up, Lone Wolf? Going well. Am I a fan of the Tekken games? I just platinumed 8 last night. God damn, I keep sticking my hand in this. Hold on. Keep sticking my hand in cat food juice. All right. Woo! All right, let's go. All right, so Biscuit's in here. The other cats are out there. But he doesn't like being confined anymore, but we'll see how this goes. Am I a fan of the Tekken games? I do enjoy the Tekken games. I haven't played them since 4 or Tag, really. So I've fallen off quite a bit. Those were the last ones I really played. But I do enjoy those games. I was always a Horong kind of guy, though. It's my favorite, with the kicks. You could just juggle somebody forever with the right combo. But I played the demo for 8, because I was like, can I hop back in? And playing around with it a little bit, but I didn't get to spend too much time with it. I've been curious about whether or not I want to pick up the game or not, though. I have not yet. I'll take time. I'm tired of seeing gory superhero content. Even though The Boys and Invincible are good, I see myself being less interested because of how gray the characters are. See, I don't see Invincible that way, though. Like, the characters aren't gray. Like, Mark's not gray. Adam Eve's not gray. Like, a lot of the heroes, the actual ones, aren't gray. It's a very... While it has darker elements and it's not afraid to pull its punches, it's a more realistic take rather than a cynical take. The Boys, I'm getting a little exhausted about the cynicism of it, though I really enjoyed Gen V. Gen V, I kind of got really re-energized after season 3 of The Boys, but I do feel you with The Boys, though. Invincible, I don't compare it to The Boys at all, personally, but I can see why some make the comparison. $3,500 for the Vision Pro is wild, but I'm sure a more consumer-friendly version will drop. It'll still be expensive, I can't lie, just want to see what watching a movie is like in it. I mean, I'm right there with you. It is Apple, though, so I don't know just how much it would actually drop. Let's see. The only villain I couldn't stand was Zoom, because he had, like, bruh, he was a menace to society. That is true. I liked Zoom. I thought he was fine. He didn't have as much depth. Oh, no, let's be fair. Reverse Flash doesn't have a lot of depth either. None of them really do. But yeah, I get you. I can see why Zoom is just Reverse Flash, just a little edgier, really. Have to charge my phone. I'll check back in later. It is probably later by this point already. Went to watch Argyle in theaters, and it was alright. Not a groundbreaking movie, but it was very enjoyable. That being said, do you think that you'd ever do a reaction to it when it becomes available? I might check it out when it's landed, when it's come out. See, now he wants out. Dumba's gone. Alright. I'm letting him wander. Alright. But I might do a reaction to it when it comes out. I've been trying to think about doing more reactions to films and stuff like that versus reviews, but we'll see how that works out. What do you think will happen in season 2 of Hasbin Hotel? Mama's coming home. I don't know. Lilith's gonna come home, and I have no idea. Other than that's the only thing that was set up. Aside from that, I really have no expectations right now about what may or may not happen next. But obviously, she's gonna return, or at least get more involved in the story, and we'll maybe figure out a little bit about why she left and what she's been up to and what kind of deal she made. What's the worst retcon you've seen in a TV series? Probably the retconning of pretty much the entire series with the X-Files revival seasons. I can't remember if it was season 11's opening or the season 10's opening, but it basically tries to retcon the first 9 seasons And I'm just like, fuck you. I'm still not over that. I feel bad for the Abby actress, Laura Bailey, because I felt like she was targeted. Oh yeah, she was. There's no felt like she was targeted. She was 1,000, 10,000% targeted because of Abby. I feel like they utilized Tom and Matt more evenly. If they utilized Tom and Matt more evenly and always kept you guessing on where this was in the Reverse Flash's timeline, ending with Matt in the house, and we're still going to have the Origin 2, and we never got an Origin 2. Yeah, that would have helped a lot if they spread the love between the two a little bit more. My Adventures of Superman was such a surprise hit for me. Very much so. Very, very much so. What's up, Mr. Man? I couldn't make it through a single episode of Blood Origin. It's... hell, I think the first episode might be the best episode. In alphabetical order, I'm crying. It's from our spreadsheet on Patreon. It's how I keep track of everything. Of course it's going to be in alphabetical order. WandaVision was awesome. Is Batman 2 really canceled, or was that debunked? I don't know if it was debunked or not. I haven't been paying attention to any of that. I saw something pop up about it possibly being canceled, but I would be so shocked if it was. Arcane or Vox Machina? One of those was When I First Found You. Never left. Hell yeah, both great shows. Great. I can't wait for season 3 of Vox Machina, man. That's become one of my top 10 favorite shows of all time. Arcane, still fucking phenomenal. Can't wait for the second season of that. The teaser confirmed one of my theories, and I'm excited for that, but we'll see what happens. Don't think we'll ever see a new release until Dune. Probably not. Marvel's Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur? Wait and do a reaction to Argyle. It was a good movie, but not theater worthy. See, that's kind of the vibe I got from it, too. I remember Cyberpunk 2077 and how it was awful. I think most people do. Argyle for me was a 7.5 out of 10. Hold on a second. We had a sprain incident with him now, so yay. Great cat day. The thing is, too, we got him fixed, too, so, and he's still getting he's still marking. Actually, you know, while we were keeping around the first time through, everything was fine. I don't think it was until he started interacting with our other one, Jumba, until he started getting very territorial. And it's not even his. Jumbo was here first, so like it's a little frustrating, to say the least, because on top of that, it's just like we have a bunch of stuff stacked away from like boxes and stuff that we can't take out until big item pickup comes around in our area, which isn't for another 2 more weeks. And he soaked those cardboard boxes. So that's fun. Have you ever thought about reacting to video game story cutscenes like a film? I would much rather play a game. I've thought about it, but I'd much rather play the game if I was going to do something like that. But I don't know. It's just case by case. I know Real Rejects have done that a time or two, but I don't know. It's crossed my mind, but I personally feel a little weird about that. Alex Brightman was the Broadway performer for Beetlejuice. He is. I mentioned that in the last video, actually. as well as he was Bach in the original Wicked. Can't wait for some Brightburn 2 news. Has it not been confirmed or announced? I mean, as far I don't keep up with it because I didn't like the first movie, so we'll see. I don't know if they're making another one. I don't recall if they've talked about it or anything. He also voiced Fizzaroli, or Fizz for short, in Helluva Boss. I have no idea who either of those two characters are, but I'm sure I will get to know them eventually. Who do you think got hosed by the 2024 Oscars? Margot Robbie and Greta Gerwig, man. 100%. At least 100,000% Greta Gerwig. I really enjoyed Five Nights at Freddy movies. It was alright. It was fun. I can tell you something, and my husband, you keep pausing the video. Please stop pausing the video. In Hasbin Hotel. No. No, I can't. You wouldn't be able to watch it if I did. Learn how YouTube works and what a reaction video is. Don't click on it if you're upset about it. And I'm not pausing it. It's playing in the background. I legally can't show you the video. So kindly fuck yourself. I'm so infuriated by some of those comments, man. Have I seen Lucifer on Netflix yet? No, I've not. But I do want to watch it one of these days. Tom Welling was so good. He's in that, right? I've heard that he's in Lucifer. I'm not sure who he plays. All About Angel, my favorite snack boy. Likewise. Dynamic little duo right there, that's for sure. This is my first stream. Are the messages normally this behind? No, not normally. It's not unheard of, but this is a little... We've had a couple of hiccups this stream, to say the least. So I apologize for that. But you've been here before. This isn't your first stream. I've seen you before. My sexy wall now has a poster for Felurian. Hope you read The Name of the Wind, and one of Angel Dust, Spider Boy. I don't know. I don't get the reference there. I apologize. I feel I should be watching this hotel thingy. Highly recommend it. That's for sure. I'm just curious, and I doubt it, but have you read the reviews on Google for Monarch? I wrote a review on there, gave it 5 stars in my opinion. They brought back the Monsterverse the way it was. It's just not going to stay the way it was. The thing is, like, God, the next movie's still going back into what they've been doing, but no, I haven't read any reviews for Monarch. Stranger Things survives, coming to be a roller coaster, more than likely. How dare you? Mike loves his rants. Mike does love his rants. That's for sure. I have to ask, what's my favorite Funko figure behind you? I answered that earlier. What is the thought about Hancock being lovey-dovey and thinks she's Luffy's one true wife? I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. I also think that they did Batman and Kevin Conroy good in Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. He betrayed everything Batman stood for, as well as the death that Batman expected. Resurrecting Arkham Batman to do it is the big problem. Agree. Did you hear about there being a sequel to Nobody? Yes, I did hear they're making a sequel to that, which I'm looking forward to. I did really, really enjoy that one. Don't, of course, but I'll be distracted, but I promise not to burn the house down. Fair enough. Preemptive drink for the X-Files mention. That indeed. I want Black Widow to notice me, and I don't mean the Deadly Spider. Dion, I'm not going to read your thirst tweets this time. I don't have time for all of that. Love your videos, mostly the Hasbin Hotel stuff. Well, if you enjoy that, check out some of the other stuff. You might like it. Teen dramas I like are mainly horror fantasy like Buffy, Vampire Diaries, Teen Wolf, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, Riverdale, which isn't fantasy horror, but it's pretty dark. Fair enough. I do like Buffy a lot. Buffy was an old-time favorite of mine. It was too harsh to the storm from Boys. No. Let's see. If there were MCU characters in my previous question, definitely every Guardians Galaxy member, specifically Rocket. Yes, I do have that whole cast, I believe, if we were talking about the characters I care about and all of that. Because I got all of them over there. I want Daredevil Born Again to be just like Daredevil. Not everything needs cameos and crossovers, just focus. I agree. I agree with that too. If it makes sense, include it. If it's going to distract, don't worry about it. Just let it focus on what it's focusing on. Did you know that the movie Nobody is set in the same universe as John Wick? Since when was that confirmed? It wasn't when the movie came out. That was never established. They share a producer. That's really the only thing that I'm aware of. Moon Girl trailer isn't great, to be honest. You need to send an episode, watch the musical segments. It goes hard. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Is there going to be a season 4 of Mando or just Mando and Grogu movie? Right now, all reports seem to be indicating the season 4 of The Mandalorian is no longer happening, and instead we are getting this movie. I hope that isn't true, but that's what things seem to be pointing towards right now. Maybe they should do a season 4 of The Witcher, since according to Henry Cavill fans, the show ended after season 3. I mean, maybe they shouldn't do a season 4, but they've already started filming it, so I mean, it's happening whether we want it or not. Who are your top 5 favorite anime characters? Villains, heroes. For me, Gilgamesh, Fate, Aizen, Bleach, Yusuke, Yu Yu Hakusho, Lelouch, Code Geass, Gojo, Jujutsu Kaisen. Naruto is my number 1. Probably Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho. Inuyasha from Inuyasha. Kenshin from Rurouni Kenshin. And, oh, fuck. I don't know. Probably Tai from Digimon. I'd have to think about that more, but then just right off the cuff, those are the ones that come to mind immediately. The only hard lock is Naruto at number 1. Thank you, Omni, for introducing me to Hasbin with your reactions, which were great, by the way. Well, thank you, Ginger. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yes, you did mean maybe they shouldn't do. Yeah, well, they're going to. I love watching my favorite reactor's first few videos. Subscreen is a great one. So different now to how he was then. Don't watch my old videos. I can't watch my old videos. I even hate my thumbnails from last year at this point. You have a super active chat today. It's amazing. I'm just listening in the background, but know this, Superman Lois is filming again. Filming indeed has resumed. I wouldn't know what overthinking is like. Nervously laughs and OCD. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do with the channel. Not expecting it to blow up. Just use it as a practice channel in a way to help me get better at talking into a mic for a later time. Thanks, Omni. I wish I could have given better advice. I apologize. It hasn't helped with everything. That's for sure. My partner is a huge Power Rangers and Jason David Frank fan. She wants to know if you'll be watching Legend of the White Dragon. I backed it at one point. I think the first run around they had that I backed it. So whenever it does finally come out, I'm definitely gonna watch it. Should I focus on my life and mental health, or should I seek out a girlfriend? You should probably do those first two before you seek out a girlfriend. Or you might end up in having some more problems. Fun fact, Dolores and Voldemort are the only bad guys that left a scar on Harry. I forgot about her little, I forgot about that, you know. I didn't even think about that. I completely forgot about her scarring him too. I'm Rich, hate her so much. I'm Adrian Grant Ward. Lucifer is so freaking good. To me, it's the High Evolutionary. Oh, yeah, dude. He was so punchable. Tom Ellis? I said Tom Welling. Oops. No, you said Tom Welling. And I read Tom Welling. Gotta jump off here. I'll watch the chat replay. Have a great weekend. Take it easy, KN. Hope you have a great stop by. Sorry for the delayed, weird, wonky chat. this time around. Voldy was in 4 movies and built up. Yet in one movie, Umbridge became the biggest, most hated villain for me. 100%. She's definitely way more hated to me than Voldemort. Dude, help. My brother, help. Huh? What happened? I'm a little confused. Gotta go, Omni, but I'll see you next week. Take it easy, Dion. Glad you could stop in. A little less horny this week. Hell yeah, it's a win. What is life like 45 minutes from now? Any apocalypses? Hey, you guys would know before me. Have to go. Have a great day, Omni. Take it easy, Sketch. That was funny that his staff broke, and I didn't know that the staff was a sound effect generator. That's for sure. Do you want the finale of Stranger Things to be like a crazy battle with all the characters fighting upside down hordes and creatures, keeping it streamlined just like an epic 11 versus Vecna battle? I kind of wouldn't. I would probably prefer something a little more intimate than just like Lord of the Rings and Hawkins. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Lucifer saying to Adam, I'm going to fuck you. And everyone's reaction was freaking hilarious. Yeah, dude. That was a great little moment. I love that bit. Hope I have to cut off before I finish everyone today. That's what she said. When that left my mouth, I was like, somebody's gonna fucking point that out. Charlotte looks so cool, I seriously want her battle dress. Everybody's battle attire was super sick. They dropped a Mortal Kombat Johnny Cage lead movie on HBO. Looked and seen that there are 4 movies in this timeline, series 1 per year. Have I seen any? I've seen the first one. I haven't seen any of the ones that have come out after it. I have a reaction watch along to that one, I believe, on the channel, but I haven't watched any of the follow-ups. I don't care how Cortana looks, as long as I still get to hear her beautiful voice. I just need an in-world understanding of why in the universe it changed so drastically. Here are some interesting shows for you to watch: Primeval and Merlin. Those have been mentioned before. Both are on my current list of shows as well. Anyway, but I think Sir Pentious fully deserves heaven. He was always so nice, wasn't ever really evil. Fair enough. I definitely agree with you there. Master Chief's character is not Master Chief at all in that show. Honestly, no idea why they used the Halo IP. They clearly just wanted to make their own original series, but decided on using an existing one. Pretty much. I'm only 6 episodes in with John Pertwee, and I like him so far. He's very charming. I do love Lethbridge Stewart. That was one of my favorite dynamics I got added in towards that little bit is Lethbridge Stewart. I love him as a, not really companion, but like a cohort of sorts. Much like the role that his granddaughter takes later on. Wait, I only played the first 3 Halos, but Master Chief had a character? I only remember him as an empty shell that follows every order. Well, you might need to replay those games because by the end of 3, there is a change in his characteristics, and they follow through on that even more in 4, 5, and 6. Also, Chief died at the end of season 1. Curious how they'll address that. That's the one thing I'm really curious about. He is clinically dead at the end of season 1 and being puppeted as a meat corpse. So, like, I'm very curious about that. Chief, we defibrillated your soul back. I'm not saying Rodian shouldn't be involved at all, but not so heavily. I've never read the books, but some of the changes I've heard about /Bit's moves, not all of them make sense to me. I mean, that's not his call. That would be the showrunner's call and the writer's call. I'm sure he gave input on it, but that's has nothing to really to do with him, I would imagine. Every fan base has toxicity. Likes to mention the Star Wars fandom being so bad that it's hard to be a Star Wars fan. That's very accurate. Like, Star Wars is the worst right now, if we're having to pin it on anybody at this point. Y'all hear that Pitt has signed on for Tarantino's final film? I did, and I am looking forward to that. You think when Adam was stabbed in his holy nuts from behind by Nifty, and the way she repeatedly stabbed him, Nifty crazy laughed. If any of the Hasbin members were yandere, who would be scarier? If any of them were yandere, who would be scarier? I mean, I would probably go with Nifty. Because one, you probably won't even see her coming, just like Adam didn't. You know, I don't know. Also, the Percy Jackson series was 12 to 15 million per episode. It's not evident where that money went episode to episode. I mean, I don't know where else you would expect it to go. It definitely wouldn't have gone to him. I don't know how we're putting this on Roydian as an EP. If the Hasbin Hotel series kept old clothes designs and the new clothes were just the hotel uniforms, that could work. That is a good way to look at it. What's up, 8 persons? How are you doing? Don't get me wrong, I like the Percy Jackson show for what it was, I guess, but it didn't leave me wanting / needing a second season. I mean, that's fair, but I don't see how we're putting that on him. I don't see how any of that falls on Roydian. Cat cameo. Yeah, we had a catastrophe, apparently. My Destroy All Monsters script has a battle in outer space on Planet X, like the old movie Invasion of Astro Monster. I thought it was cool, and it made sense for the story. Well, hell yeah, man. Make it work. Hopefully February. Here's to a hopefully fire February. Have a good night, everybody. Take it easy. Good vibes. Thanks for stopping in, and I hope all your limbs start to feel better soon. He's gone. Flood the chat even more. If you want me to go full dork, Vox's name could be short for voxel, as in the thing you use to work out volume and mass in a 3D space. We use in psych morphometry. Also a cool name. That is also very true. Voxels are very integral to video presentation these days. Kitty. Be careful where you say that Star Wars fans are toxic. I said that once in the comments and it didn't go over well. Well, it's because they're toxic. I knew it. Is it the new girl biscuit? Well, it's a new boy biscuit. It's a new boy biscuit. But, you know, he kind of comes and goes right now, but we have another boy, Jumba, who has been staying in our house and comes and goes for months before we even brought in Biscuit. And now Biscuit's trying to claim the house as his and starting fights now, so it's not going great. I have a part-time cat. He just looked up as Biscuits entered the frame. Had I hate for them that comment. Mentioning the likes of the sequels, so I'm with you. What's up, Jordan? Don't feel bad. The last stream I was in was delayed by about 2 hours or more. Yeah, that happens. That's rare. That's rare. A 2-hour delay? So sorry for that, Jadine. Real fans don't know people for simply liking something. I don't even like the sequels, and I can tell you that's not right. Didn't notice until I restarted YouTube. Very annoying, but I still enjoyed it. I apologize, man. I'm sorry. I just got to that Smallville comment. He's so behind. Yep. Yeah, I'm still about the 40-minute mark right now. I'm 40 minutes behind. I guess the Star Wars fans didn't like being called toxic. Only the toxic ones would not like it. Let's see. I'm very concerned for Atla. I think it'll be more mature for a larger audience. Unfortunately, we don't know the cost of it right now. We'll have to wait and see what they took out to make room for it. I was watching one of your Umbrella Academy videos last night. You said, is it going to be a fade to black now? And YouTube immediately faded to black into an advert. Amazing timing. That's hilarious. Sometimes I add those in where they'll be least intrusive. Sometimes I just let YouTube just dump them in wherever it wants. But I don't know which that would be. Either way, nice. Sounds so wrong. Cat juice. Tonight, the rest of the live stream will be staring at Omni's chair. The chair has a face. A friend of mine I follow on Instagram met D. Bradley Baker at MegaCon Orlando, and she asked him what his favorite episode of The Bad Batch Season 3 is, and he said, the finale. Should we be worried? Probably. I would imagine we should probably be worried in the finale, considering I don't see these characters showing up anywhere else. If it had been anyone else, I would have called it in Pinhead and he had a nice But he's such an amazing person. Sucks that we lost Carl Weathers this week. RIP to a legend, 1000%. You know, $5K for a VA headset or something Apple is crazy expensive. Yep. Is there anything about Atlas? Aang's actor is now 14, assuming each season is a book. They need to film them back to back, and I just don't know that that's the case. That is also a very good point. Could you put a pic on Discord of your kitties? Oh yeah, I can do that once I get around to it. I can probably, I'll post that in our pet channel. I just saw Vaughn took some shots at the casting of Supergirl, saying the director should be in charge of casting. I say, are you in charge of the universe? Rare Matthew Vaughn L. I saw that too, and I was like, no, that might work for a normal movie, but not for what's happening, because this character needs to exist and work beyond whoever handles her movie. Yeah, that doesn't, yeah, that was that his comment didn't make sense in this context. Did you say they're making a movie? SNL 1975. Troupe of young comedians change TV forever. Follow the behind-the-scenes story and the moments leading up to SNL's first broadcast. Well, that sounds interesting. This is the first I'm hearing about it. I fear for Caitlin Dever because of the backlash against Laura Bailey, and now the new legion of fans could potentially do the same. I really am concerned as well. I was like, whoever they cast as Abby is in for a nasty time, that's for sure. I had no issue with Laura Bailey. I was more frustrated with the second game. It had to be done purely because of Joel killing an NPC in the last minutes of the first game. Oh, I knew that was going to come back around. 100%. It was set up as such. But how it happened seemed forced to me. Jumba, like Lilo and Stitch. That's the idea. Have I watched The Bear yet? No. Named him that because the first thing I thought of after we fed him the first time was Chubby Face. Yeah, but part 2 is not obviously canceled. There's literally no way that could happen. Yeah, I was just like, I would be completely dumbfounded if they did. I've ever considered joining The Bear. Just asking because you're one of my favorite reactors on the site. It was my favorite show of 2023, and there are hardly any reactions on YouTube. I've definitely thought about it, and once we get closer to the next season, I might forgo the poll and jump into it. What would your thoughts be if Godzilla does his tail slide kick in JXK? Hey, you might be able to. He's all slimmer now and quick. I mean, it'd be cool. I would like the callback. Thanks for the answer. I'm craving reactions to the show. The praise it got from the awards. Thankfully, more and more reactors seem to be picking it up. Hopefully, Omni does too. I'll probably pick it up once it makes a little more sense. Once we get closer to the release of the next season. In response to Nobody and John Wick being in the same universe, the writer Derek Wilson confirmed it in the last year or so. Okay, fair enough. It'd really suck if they shelf season 4 of Mando as it's already written. See, that's the thing too. Like, if they do end up getting rid of it and it's already picked up and good to go, you know, that sucks. Yes. R.I.P. Apollo Creed. Anyone else find it strange that Pinchas arrived not at the gates of heaven, but right in front of the Seraphim? Not to mention, just like them, his design also has him covered in eyes. I mean, a lot of the characters are covered in eyes. Lucifer, well, he's an angel. Never mind. Scratch that. He's covered in eyes. And I'm wondering what, I mean, even biblically, the angels themselves, as depicted in the Bible, are covered in eyeballs. Why, I don't know, but it makes sense logistically. But maybe it's a heaven thing. I don't know. Cobra Kai season 6 is going to have crazy fights in the first couple of episodes. I mean, I would imagine so. Left all Discord servers I was part of, so me leaving yours was nothing personal, just not enjoying Discord as much as I used to. Hey, no problem at all. Still waiting for Superman. Season 3 of Superman Lois here in the UK. God damn, that sucks. It's been forever. Girlfriends? Yuck. Just need some pizza. Shot. Do you think there'll be a season 2 on Hasbin Hotel? It's already announced. There's already going to be a season 2. If you're excited about it, gonna watch your reactions like right now, so take care. Oh yeah, I am really looking forward to season 2. Going to be weird seeing the media interviews for the final season of Stranger Things. It's going to be very interesting. There was a theory that Stranger Things fandom that since Eddie's body was left in the Upside Down, he could come back as Ka, he who portrays Vecna in D&D. Won't happen, but would have been cool. Hey, you never know. You never know. Also, can I just say how scared I am of Netflix's Atla? Atla plays a huge part of my life. Likewise, massive collection, tattoos. I even booked a trip to Germany for the orchestra like a week ago. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm really mildly nervous about it now. They had got me excited, and then immediately within days of that trailer, it made me nervous again. So they'll mess it up. I know we'll still have the original, but I planned on watching it with my dad, and I really don't want him to get to know the universe through those misconstrued characters. At the end of the day, I highly doubt it will be worse than M. Night Shyamalan's, but we'll see. Season 1, episode 6 of Cobra Kai, Johnny to student, nice shirt. Student says, thank you. Johnny then says, I'm joking. Then it says, sucks. It makes you feel like a virgin looking at you. Okay. Fair enough. I watched the original Rodan movie for the first time a couple days ago and loved it. I'm rewatching all the Godzilla films to prepare for GXK. I did like the Rodan movies. They definitely didn't have the replayability in the media cycle as the other ones. I had to always rent it. February 14th, Bob Marley movie comes out. Hopefully this time my mom can go to see the movie with us. Last time she couldn't because of the 1-year-old puppy got stung by a bee because her face is red. Aww. I hope the puppy's doing better by now at least. And hopefully you guys can go see it together. Need/want a Percy Jackson season 2. We're probably going to get one. I would imagine we would. Seeing Amazon Payton makes me want to cry. Likewise. What's the funniest name you can come up with for the new dojo? Miyagi Fang. I don't know. I can't really off the top of my head. Miyagi Fang. That Barbara Only film is going to be fire, especially with Kingsley Ben-Adir as Marley. Avatar, also know that there are just rumors, but them existing makes me woozy still. Likewise. Are you interested in Millie Bobby Brown's newest film, Damsel? Oh, okay. I forgot what you were talking about for a minute. It took me a second to remember what movie you were referring to. It looks okay. I'm not really hyped for it or anything of the sorts. I don't know. It looked fine. I don't know. It didn't really strike me all that much. It's not good when every piece of news you hear about it is along the lines of Toph isn't blind anymore because blind people can't fight like that. That's kind of the vibes they're giving off, to be honest. In response to the early comment on knowing the cost of Atla, the current estimation from Wikipedia is more than $50 million per episode. Cool. Hell yeah. I mean, we'll see. Better put it to good use. I mean, the trailer, things look good, but looking good and being good are going to be two different things, though. We'll have to wait and see. How's my week been? It's been pretty fucking crazy, but we're on the downswing, and I'm hoping to kind of relax a little bit, at least temporarily. Omni, Mr. Mustache himself. I wouldn't call myself Mr. Mustache, but thank you. In person and YouTuber. Oh, thank you, O'Reilly. Did you hear about who's possibly voicing Shadow in Sonic 3? I've heard it. I haven't heard anybody's confirmed for Shadow just yet, but I know a lot of people seem to think it's either Keanu Reeves or Hayden Christensen. I haven't mentioned how yummy Oscar Isaac and Pedro Pascal are, so here it is. Fair enough. It's always a necessity of the stream. Chocolate or vanilla ice cream and chocolate or vanilla cake. For me, it's both vanilla. But I like vanilla with a hint of chocolate in either. So if I had to pick just one or just the other, it's going to be vanilla for both. But if I had my choice, it would be like marbled for both, with vanilla overall with some like mild layering of chocolate thrown in. Do I prefer Ocean's 11 or 13? If you watched my reaction to 13, you should know the answer to that question. growing up, the whole trilogy on DVD, so I watched the shit out of them. So seeing you watch them was a cool surprise. Yeah, 13 is my favorite. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, Omni. Thanks for a great geeky chat. Take it easy, Ginger. Thanks for hanging out. Looks like because of the hang up and everything, chat calmed down a little bit, so I was able to, I'm catching up pretty quick now. Here's a joke. Why shouldn't you write with a broken pen? Because it's pointless. Nice. I'll have to watch Hasbin Hotel. Laters, everyone. Take it easy, Janine. Let me know what you think. Did I enjoy Season 3 of the Umbrella Academy? I enjoyed the first two, but heard super negative opinions surrounding the third season. It's probably my least favorite of the seasons, but I still enjoyed it. Again, check out my reactions to all 3 seasons. I got those on the channel as well. I started college the Monday after I got questions about my burn. Oof, I apologize. Ripcar Weathers, use the man's real name. Yes, yeah, if we're paying homage to anybody, it's Carl Weathers, the guy, the man himself, the legend. I'm expecting Atla to check all the boxes and nothing more. And I mean the plot boxes. There are already some character boxes they can't. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Have I seen Rango? I have not, actually. If so, what do you think of it? And if not, you should react to it. Stand down one of, if not the best, all CGI movie in the past 20 years with a great story and great cast. I tried to start it one day, and I know I got like 5 minutes into it, and I didn't finish the movie. And I don't remember why that is, but I have not seen the whole thing. Also want to recommend your Chernobyl reaction to all the newbies who jumped on board for Hasbin. Love seeing your emotional reactions or your dark reactions where you theorize. Yeah, if you want to see 2 things. If you want to see me deal with some really emotional shit and topics, Chernobyl is a killer series. If you really want to see me theorize the absolute fuck out of my brain and rack every possible angle for certain situations, Dark is another series I highly recommend also if you've never seen it. Great reactions, and then Stranger Things. All of that is an insane fucking wild ride. But yeah, we'll be starting Avatar in a few weeks. We'll be starting Halo Season 2 in a few days. It's going to be an interesting month. Am I watching The Iron Claw? I didn't get to see it while I was in theaters, so I might, if I get a chance to, I might react to it on the channel. I'm not sure yet, but I've been holding off on watching it. But it's a movie I really do want to see. Here for my weekly request to watch the greatest Marvel project of all time, Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Duly noted. I love how unwoke Johnny is even when he tries to be woke. It's hilarious how that dichotomy works in his brain. Red lights today. Dope. Yeah, I just didn't change it from having recorded Hasbin the other night. They're just, I didn't bother changing the setting. Hayden would be such a good casting for Shadow. I can see it so clearly. I would love that if they did cast Hayden. I want to see Hayden just come on back. I left a streamer Discord because he supported someone I didn't, and said I would still support these Twitch streams, but then someone made a Jesus joke. Someone was talking about trash about me as well. I mean, it sounds like just a shitty Discord in general. They're just talking smack about you or some shit. But I don't know. I don't know the situation, but I try to stave out any crude or rude shit that happens in ours. But again, Discord's not for everybody. Mine's a mess. Not like the people or anything like that, but mine is it could be a better put together. Let's say that. But it exists. I was really glad to see you start a One Piece anime. Hopefully the next season will come out soon so you'll be able to react to more. I hope we don't have to wait too long for it. Pretty sure you're going to wrap up here soon, but I have to get ready for a 6-hour clean for my business tomorrow. Take care, Omni. Goodbye. Take it easy, Aiden. Thanks for stopping in. Am I watching True Detectives? I have never seen a single episode of True Detectives, but it is also on my poll, so one day we might. Have I played Cyberpunk? I have not. I have no interest in playing it. I don't really like, Cyberpunk, not the brand, but like Cyberpunk themed things. I don't know. It just triggers a weird ick in my brain. But I was kind of curious about playing it whenever it was really broken to just experience the brokenness of it, but I've heard it's a lot less broken these days. What's up, Christian? We are about to wrap up, buddy. It's been a little bit of a crazy stream. Hope you're doing well. They announced this week that Doom Patrol Season 4 is coming to Blu-ray in April. Fuck yes. And they will be releasing a full series set as well. I know you were concerned about that. That must be that must bring a lot of relief. I'm glad that they are releasing it. And El Gallo, stop spamming, please. I'll probably catch up on your Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reactions now. Waited for all of Season 1 to come out because I wanted to see the whole aftermath of 117 at once. I'll see more reactions then. But do you have any thoughts on looking back on it from your current knowledge of from S.H.I.E.L.D.? I don't know, man. It was just really all the threads that they were able to marry together and how well every episode like played a part in building the story in this nice kind of gradual crescendo was really, really well done. Like, amazingly well done. And I do wish there were some things I didn't remember, but like having known certain elements and seeing how they seeded so many false pieces of evidence as well as actual evidence to support certain twists. It was just really well written. Out of all the Atla cast, the guy playing Uncle Iroh is so good. Looks so much like his anime counterpart. Yeah, he's such a great guy, man, too. Like, I love him in The Mandalorian and Ahsoka and all that kind of stuff. Like, he's easily becoming one of my favorite actors these days, and I like seeing him as Iroh is a great little cherry on top. But I hope it works out. Just noticed that Hasbin has completely taken over your popular tab. Pretty much, it definitely has. Keanu disappears. It's definitely not because I want to become the most famous Reeves one day. Hey, you leave him alone, or I'll come for you. Here's literally Marvel's. Earth's Mightiest Hero is literally Marvel's Batman the Animated Series if you don't count X-Men. Okay, fair enough. What's up, Danny Dorito? Best part of Hasbin Hotel was Adam's death. It was pretty wicked. Not every mistake deserves a consequence. Sometimes the only thing it deserves is forgiveness. And that is a fantastic little quote right there. It's the best way to describe Rango is a spaghetti western with reptiles and birds. Fair enough. That's what it looked like when I was seeing it from the outside. What's my opinion on Abby's character? I mean, her character's fine. Like, for the role she serves, she's a great character. The way the story develops and the way she's introduced and the pacing of it, as well as certain other elements, are a little heavy-handed in the way that they're forced into the narrative. Also, I'm just trying to like dodge anything that might be spoilery for anybody that's not watching the show or hasn't played the game. You know, so like her introduction, like as a character, she on her own, she's fine, and the role she serves in the story is great. You know, it makes sense. It's all fitting of the themes. Our introduction and the way they handled the pacing and separation of the game is the issue I kind of had a problem with. But her character's fine. I don't have any issues with her. Play The Last of Us, in case you didn't play it, of course. I've played them both. Yeah, I've played both games. That's for sure. Johnny acting like socially conscious when he really is not is realistic. Johnny is a poser. But the thing is about Johnny is he is trying to do better. He's just Johnny at the end of the day. Yeah, at least he's trying. Need to see Johnny and Anthony make smart remarks against each other one last time. We'll see if that happens. So I just want to make sure you saw my question. Love your channel. Being bedridden throughout your videos, I get to see what's going on in theaters. Well, I hope you get out of bed soon. I'm not sure what's got you down and you know, in your bed, but I hope you feel better. But I'm glad you're here, and thanks. And no worries. I just, you know, I know a lot of people like, oh shit, he hasn't read my thing. Did he miss it? And then post it again. But half the time, like 90% of the time, I've just not got to it yet. So sometimes I just want people to know they just need to be patient. The more I hear about the Avatar show, I get why the creators left, and it's sounding like the movie all over again. I don't think it's gonna be, I don't think it can be as bad as that, at least. But it does feel like there's definitely a lot of grounds for why they would have frustrated the creators. Ginger, don't ask that question, and no one answer that question. Enjoyed catching some of the stream. Hope everybody has a good week. You as well. There is no movie in Bossing Say. That is a good one, Noober. Funniest Cobra Kai character on accident. To me, it's Kyler. I can see that. What do you feel about SA? What do you mean? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm not sure what you mean. The worst part of my sleep schedule is that I always wake up when you're 2 hours into your stream, so I miss most of it. It's 9:30 a.m. here for you. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the unfortunate thing about, you know, everybody coming in from all over the world, man. There's no one time that's going to work for everybody, unfortunately, and I apologize for that. What did peeps? Yeah, let's not. We don't want to get into that because that's a whole lot of spoilers. Abby prefers guys who are not single. That is one thing. Actually, I love to see that you answer every comment. The only YouTuber I've watched that I've seen do that. It gets hard sometimes, especially when we have little hiccups like with the cat situation earlier, but I try. Don't always do it, but yes, I do my best. Miguel and Robbie both need a win. Agreed. Hopefully they both end things off in a satisfying way. Agreed. Honestly, just the fact that they tried with the costumes, actors, heritage, and stuff makes it much better than the movie already, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. As said, scared. Likewise. I don't know what you're all talking about. A live-action Ella movie? When was this? Fair enough. SA, is that a really terrible crime? Is that what you were meaning? Like, that SA, or was there something other involved? I don't know. I've caught up with the chat, surprisingly enough. I apologize for the hiccups this stream. We made it to the end, for the most part, unscathed, and cat juice free. But I hope everybody had a good stream. I hope everybody had a good time. I hope everybody has a great weekend. I'll catch you guys once again, yet again, either in the next video or next week for our next stream. Same time, same channel. Take care, everybody.